Alright guys, what's going on? Let's talk about this wrestling. Now, with the brand split, I had a lot of expectations. I had, oh, it's gonna be better. A fresh start. A new era, like they've been saying for the past couple of months. And then it happened. And what happened? It made the rosters completely unbalanced. I don't know. How do you got all these stars on Raw? Like you got Balor there, you got Rollins, you got Reigns, you got Jericho, you got Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. You got all of these guys. And what do SmackDown got? All they got is AJ, who's about to get buried by Cena because now he's on there with no help now because the rest of the club got put on Raw. So AJ got no backup. You got Dean Ambrose, which he'll most likely lose the title on Sunday. And what? That's it, really. What you got? Ambrose, Cena, AJ Styles. Well, you got Kalisto, whoop-de-doo. Carmella, she's on there with no one. I thought she would be paired up with Enzo and Cass again, but nope. She's on SmackDown by herself. SmackDown don't got nothing. And then to make matters worse, this Sunday, which is Battleground, I'll call it pointless ground, filler ground, meaningless ground, whatever. Because it doesn't matter. What's there to see besides the title match, the triple threat? Nothing. What's the card? Nothing. And then SmackDown got Randy Orton, but that's it though. Rest of it is NXT stars, which I'm glad there are some, but you need veterans there. It's just not good enough. I don't understand how Raw got all of those draft picks. Like every round, Raw always got to start off first. They weren't even earning the freaking picks. They were just getting them. Now I don't want to hear the excuse of Raw's a 3-hour show, so more people are supposed to be on there. I don't want to hear that excuse. Back in the day, during the drafts, the brands had to earn the picks. Last night, it was just scripted. I mean, of course it's scripted. It's WWE, but at least for the older drafts, it didn't feel as scripted as it was last night. And then when they announced the stars, nothing else happened. They just showed their freaking video package. They didn't even come out. Now I feel real bad for people down who went there and paid good money to get front row seats, and they only got like a couple matches that whole night that was only like 5 minutes or less. Now the reason why I even bring that up is because SmackDown's coming to Buffalo next Tuesday, so I'll be there for the first SmackDown of the new era. But if it doesn't deliver, I might be done with wrestling for good, because this is just getting out of hand. Like, look where the WWE's put themselves in. You got the triple threat match, which is on Sunday. 2 out of the 3 competitors is on Raw. So either Reigns is going to come back and win, which I doubt. Rollins is going to win. The WWE title goes to Raw. SmackDown's left with nothing. And then I guess Shane's going to have to say, well, we're going to bring back the World Heavyweight title. And then I guess Dean is going to fight whoever earns the title shot at SummerSlam, and whoever wins their match becomes the World Heavyweight Champion. Either that or Dean retains the title. And then on Monday Night Raw, Stephanie can come out and say, well, I think last week on Raw when it was a draw, I think that Rollins had won a title. So here, I'm going to give you the World Heavyweight title because I think you deserved it. Something like that. Either one of those things is going to happen. So, other than that, there's nothing. This is a bad time to have a draft. Battleground should have been last Sunday, and then the draft should have been yesterday. You know, that's how it should have been, except for having a pay-per-view coming up Sunday. And for weeks and weeks, we didn't know who's going to be on which brand up until last night. So it doesn't make sense. It makes no sense. I don't know what they're going to do. Who's on the card? Okay, most of the titles are on Raw. I mean, if Charlotte loses, Charlotte's not even defending the title, so who cares about that? You know, the only thing that could happen is the mid-card belts get switched. That's the only thing that could happen. Other than that, nothing's going to change. And then I'm worried about the booking. How are they going to do the booking? I don't know what they're going to do. It's already bad enough they couldn't even book last night's draft right. And just imagine what they're going to do with half a roster. There's no depth. You see, the thing about the old days during the brand split, like I'm talking about like 2002 when it first happened, like from 2002 up until like 2008, right when it went PG, WWE had depth for both shows. Not only that, but the booking was a lot better. But now they're trying to do the same thing in 2016. Like, yeah, you got great wrestlers, but it's just not enough. We either get good wrestling from the same matches. We're going to see Cena versus AJ Styles probably a couple times. We're going to see Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens for the millionth time. No matter how good those people can put on a good match, it gets old. So WWE is screwed. They done screwed up. Then on top of that, how is Nia Jax, a person who only has about a year of wrestling under her belt, gets drafted to the main roster before Bayley? Well, I know a lot of people are complaining about this, but come on. You know that's special treatment. We all know she gets special treatment because she's cousins with The Rock. She's cousins with The Rock, so she's going to get that special treatment. If y'all think Reigns is bad, y'all think that he can't wrestle, well, at least he got about 6 years of experience. At least he was in OVW and in NXT for a while, and then he came to the main roster. Nia Jax only been in NXT. She wasn't even in NXT for a year. And she's already called up to the main roster before Bayley. That's crazy. I'm happy Alexa Bliss is up there, you know. She's pretty good. And then back to Carmella. I don't know what they're gonna do with Carmella. I don't think she's ready. She just started his singles career not too long ago. I know that she was with Enzo and Cass for a long time, but that's what made her great. I think they should have put her on Raw with them again. And then, you know, she's solid in the ring, but as she's with Enzo and Cass on Raw, she can have little matches here and there just to tune up her skills, and then she can go off on her own. That's what they should have done. And then speaking of the women's division, there is no women's division. All of the credible women is on Raw, with the exception of Becky Lynch and Natalya. Ain't nobody want to see that feud. In fact, I don't know even know why Natalya's still wrestling. Now, she can still go at her age. She's still good, but come on. This needs to stop.